Good afternoon everybody. Today I am going to teach the fourth module continuation of the last topic, that is quality attributes of embedded system. In the last class I explained what is operational quality attributes, and today I am going to explain what is non-operational quality attributes. In the last class I explained the main characteristics of an embedded system. The main characteristics of an embedded system are application and domain specific, reactive and real time, operative in harsh environments, distributed, small size and weight, power concern. These are the points I explained. And coming to the quality attributes of embedded system, quality attributes are non-functional requirements that need to be documented properly in any system design. In that, operational quality attributes explained as a points with response, throughput, reliability, maintainability, security and safety. And today's class I am going to explain non-operational quality attributes. What are the non-operational quality attributes? Testability and debug ability, evolvability, portability, time to prototype and market, per unit and total cost. These are the non-operational quality attributes. What are the non-operational quality attributes? Testability and debug ability, evolvability, portability, time to prototype and market, per unit and total cost. What is testability and debug ability? Testability deals with how easily one can test the design. Application that means testability is defined as how easily one can design the application and by which means they can test. For an embedded product, testability is applicable to both the embedded hardware and firmware. Both it is applicable. Testing is a process of testing the product, applicable to the hardware and firmware. Embedded hardware testing means testing the peripherals and the total hardware functions in the desired manner. Each components we have to test, and total final product how it is functioning also we have to test. Whereas firmware testing means firmware is functioning expected way. That is, debug ability is a means of debugging the product, such for figuring out probable sources to create unexpected behavior in the total system. How it is behavior with respect to the system, how it is responding for the input what we give, that is what we are going on testing. Debug ability. Debug ability mainly of two aspects in the embedded system. Development context, namely hardware level debugging, and firmware level debugging. Hardware debugging is used for figuring out issues created by hardware problems, whereas firmware debugging is employed to figure out probable errors that appears as a result of flaws in the firmware. This is the first point of non-operational quality attributes. The non-operational quality attributes are testability, evolvability, portability, time to prototype and market, per unit and total cost. In that, first one is testability and debug ability. Second one is evolvability. Evolvability means closely related to a biological term. Evolving is referred to as non-heritable variations. For an embedded system, how you are going to relate this concept to the embedded system? The quality attribute evolvability refers to ease which the embedded product, including firmware and hardware, can be modified to take advantage of new firmware or hardware technology. How you can evolve? By taking the previous technology, and how you can build the new technology, that is called as evolvability. The next point is portability. Portability, what is a portability? It is a measure of System independence. An embedded product is said to be portable if the product is capable of functioning as such in various environments. Target processor, controllers and embedded operating systems. That means ease with the embedded product can be ported onto the new platform is a direct measure of rework required. In the sense, when you want to ease the product, reworking of the old product has to be required. A standard embedded product should be always flexible and portable. We expect all the embedded product should be flexible and portable. In embedded product term, the porting represents migration of the embedded firmware written for the larger target processor. If the firmware is written in a high level language, for example C, little target processor specific functions, that is operating system extensions or compiler specific utilities, it is very easy to port the firmware for the new processor by replacing those target processor specific functions with the ones for the new target processor and recompiling the program for the new target process specific settings. That is, recompiling the program for a new target processor generates the new target processor specific machine codes. Suppose if you look at the various programming languages for an application development for desktop applications, you are going to see certain applications developed on certain languages run only on specific operating systems, and some of them run independent of the desktop operating systems. For example, if you take application developed using Microsoft technologies, that is Microsoft Visual C++ using Visual Studio, it is capable of running only on Microsoft platforms and will not function on any other operating systems, whereas applications developed using Java from Sun Microsystems works on any operating system that supports Java standards. This is what example. So, portability is very important non-operational quality attributes for developing the embedded products. The next point is time to prototype and market. Time to market is time elapsed between the conceptualization of a product and the time at which the product is ready for selling. First initial idea and when we finish the product, how long the break it takes place. So, it should not be delayed. That means for a commercial product for our use, for a non-commercial product, the commercial embedded product market is highly competitive and time to market the product is a critical factor in the success of a commercial embedded product. Correct. In time they have to deliver the product and it has to be competitive with the current all other products. There may be many multiple players in the embedded industry who develop products at the same category. Suppose if you consider a mobile phone as an example, there can be a different types of companies will release the mobile phones, portable media players and example is portable media players, etc. So, it should be competitive enough and customers should buy that product. If you come up with a new design and it takes a long time to develop the come into the market, the competitor product may take advantage of it if the product also time to develop and market it. If competitor product may take advantage with the product also. Embedded technology is one where rapid technology change is happening. If you start your design by making use of new technology and if it takes long time to develop and market it the product, by the time you market the product, the technology might have superseded with the new technology, correct. When you deliver the product, it may be overtaking whatever the new requirements. So, product prototyping helps a lot of reducing time to market, and whenever you have a product idea, you may not be certain about feasibility of the idea. Prototyping is an informal kind of rapid product development in which the important features of the product under consideration are developed. The time to prototype is also another critical factor. If the prototype is developed faster, the actual estimated development time can be brought down significantly. So, in order to shorten the time to prototype, make use of possible options like use off the shelf components or reusable the previous assets. These are the examples. And the last point of the category of non-operational quality attributes is per unit cost and revenue. What is it? Cost is a factor which is closely monitored by both the customer, that is end user, those who buy the product, and product manufacturer, those who build the product. Cost is a highly sensitive factor for a commercial product, and any failure to position the cost of a commercial product at a nominal rate may lead to the failure of the product in the market. So, proper marketing study and cost beneficial analysis should be carried out before taking a decision on per unit cost and the embedded product. This is the graph. From the graph you can see the y-axis is revenue generates and the x-axis is the time. And what is this graph represents? From the graph it is clear that total revenue increases from the product introduction stage to the product maturity stage. The revenue peaks at the maturity stage and starts falling in the decline retirement stage. The unit cost is very high during the introductory stage, and a typical example is cell phone. If you buy a new model, the cell phone during its launch time, the price will be very high, and you will get the same model to a reduced price after 3 or 4 months after its launching. The profit increases with increasing in sales and attains a steady value and then falls it with a dip in sales. You can see a negative value for a profit during the initial period, and it is because during a product development phase there is only investment and no returns. Profit occurs only the total returns exceed the investment and operating cost. So, this is what the graph depicts. The first column represents the product development. The first one represents the product development, second one is product introduction, then the growth and product maturity with respect to cost and product retirement. How the profit goes to high, initially it is low, and product sales, how the product will be sold. These are the points. These are the points we have to remember. So, what do you mean by quality attributes? Non-functional requirements that need to be addressed in any system design. Reactive system means an embedded systems which produces changes in output in response to changes in input is called as reactive system. What is meant by a response? It is a measure that quickness of the system. These are certain points you need to remember. Once again, product life cycle curve means it is a graphical representation of the unit cost, product sales and profit with respect to the various life cycle stages on the product, stating from conception to disposal. These are the points you need to remember. Non-operational quality attributes. First one is testability and debuggability, evaluability, portability, time to prototype and market, per unit and cost unit. These are the points you have to remember. That completes the one portion of the fourth module. Thank you.